Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and today I'm going to share with you something I'm pretty excited about and talk about a trip I took to a yarn store. So I'm going to do the trip to the yarn store first, and you have to keep watching, folks, because the end is the part that I'm most excited about. So I went to a yarn shop in Wisconsin. Now, it seems to be, for some reason, we're like a shortage of yarn shops in the northeast Wisconsin area. There used to be one in Sturgeon Bay, it closed down. I guess one closed down in Green Bay. There was one in Neenah, and it closed down. The closest one right now, I believe, is Appleton, and that's Iris's. But some of my knitting buddies had talked about a yarn shop in Sheboygan. And so my stepmom and I drove over there, and this is their business called, the Lost business card, the Lost Sheep, and it's 808 Pennsylvania Avenue. So if you are in Wisconsin, I think it takes us like almost an hour to get there. Maybe not, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know, I don't drive. I hate driving. So anyway, I hitch a ride with folks whenever they're going. I'm like, yeah, I want to go too. So here it is, the Lost Sheep Yarn Shop. I wish I was smart enough to figure out how to insert pictures, because I would have taken pictures there. I just use a Samsung Galaxy phone to take videos, and there's no editing program that I can find other than adding like stars or music. So anyway, I wish I could insert a picture because it's a super cute place. But anyway, I went there and I wanted to buy yarn, but as you can see, and you maybe know from my last few videos, I have plenty of yarn, and I practiced self-control. But what I did buy are notions. And I believe this month, the month of July, is like her birthday month. And so every $25 you spend, you get your name put in a giveaway jar to win one of the weekly giveaways. So this is the first thing I got, and this is a knitting thing. I maybe should have opened it for the video, because I always hear people say that they hate making crackly stuff on noise. So basically what you do is, if you're knitting on circulars, and I'm not knitting anything right now because I'm taking a break after that Lion Brand shawl, but if you have a bunch of stuff hanging on your circular needles right down here, you stick it into the end. See, there's a slot. You stick it into the end of here, and it holds your needles together, and your work hangs off the end. So I have a shawl hanging down. Let's pretend. So I thought that was really handy. There was a couple times, especially when I was traveling to New York, where I'd lose a stitch or two jamming my project into a bag. So I thought, well, you know, I don't knit too often, but when I do, it's usually shawls or scarves or cowls, so on the circulars. So this, I thought, was a very handy purchase. And you got 3 of these tubes. I can't find the thing. Like 11 bucks. So I liked it. Then I also bought this, and this will be a very handy tool. This is a Susan Bates tool. It was $1.50. Maybe I'll probably find that it's cheaper somewhere else, but I'd never seen anything like this before. But because I knit on metal knitting needles, because I don't like the clover ones, personally I found that, especially when I was first starting to learn how to knit, I was knitting so hard that I was putting like tracks in the wood, and then I found that the wood was kind of hard, and so the stuff didn't slide off as well, and sometimes I had like snags. Now, it was probably all because of my lack of ability in knitting, and that was like the first set of needles I'd ever used. But then I bought knitting needles that were metal, and then of course you have stuff slipping off the end, and occasionally you lose a stitch. Or like I'd be knitting away and like my yarn wasn't coming up nice, so I'd give it a tug and then like it'd slip a stitch. So anyway, this is a little tool that is a crochet hook on that side and then just a flat one on this side. Maybe I'll make sure it's zoomed. And this is really nice because you can just go, when you're knitting and you lose a stitch, it kind of falls down into the woven rows before, and you just like in and out, you grab it, you pull it up, and you put it on your needle. Up till now, if I make a mistake and I'm at home, I'm like, out of luck. I never fix it. I'm like, well, I'll see if I can, like, I've like found this trick where I can take a bit of the yarn from the end that I haven't used yet, and I'll like sew it in and like pull the stitch up and like hide it that way. But if I'm at knit club, I'm usually like, hey Ellen, can you fix this? Or hey Paula, can you fix this? So now, hopefully I can fix it myself with my little $1.50 handy tool. It's about this big, and like I said, it's a little crochet hook on one side and a needle on the other. I'm actually very excited about this. And the final thing that I purchased at the Lost Sheep was a nice knitting needle. Now, I like knitting, but I'm going to tell you, I'm a crocheter at heart. I'm a crocheter that learns how to knit. But I've been having a really difficult time finding just, I don't know, the perfect set of knitting needles. I found the perfect crochet hooks, and I'll tell you, things got way better for me crocheting when I found my Clover Amours. It was like night and day almost. Slips, I stopped losing my, loop. I stopped splitting yarn. Things were going smoother and faster. My hand hurt less. So I've been kind of looking for the perfect knitting needles. With a family of 3 kids, I don't have the money to go buy like full $170, $200 knitting needle sets, but I thought I would get a couple that I know I use a lot. Like I have those pink ones that I just held up to show you that tool. Those ones I've used on a few projects. So I went and bought an exact size Dreams, Knitter's Pride Dreams. It is a wood, but it's not like the Clover Amour wood where I think it has like a coating and it's smoother. And they were a little bit more cheaper than some of the other ones I had seen, but definitely a little more than the ones that I have been using. And the circular, man, it's like night and day how nice the circular is. Now I did get to hold and feel the Hiya-Hiyas and some Addies, but man, right now those are just out of my price range. I think it's going to be one of those things where I have a couple of these that I like, and then I want to buy a pair that I can do socks with. And then just have like, a few of these that I really love. And then if I ever progress with knitting and I'm ever a pro, maybe eventually once the kids are older and we have a little spare budget money, I don't know, I'll buy a nice set. But anyway, I really do love the feel of the Dreams. I mean, it is night and day compared to the ones I have been using. Because I just felt like that circular held that stiff circle so much that sometimes my project would twist around it. And yeah, I could, and I did run it through hot water and like smooth it out. But I still think its memory was still really with their circle, that it just kept bouncing back. So that is what I bought from the Lost Sheep. Those 3 things. A set of knitting needles, my little tool, which I'm very excited about, and the knitting needle holders, project holders. Now this, my friends, is what I am the most excited about. So after I make this video and I share with what I'm most excited about, I'm going to turn off the camera and make my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, because we're a little over 1,000, and I was waiting for this package. So my darling husband is a computer whiz, computer nerd, and he likes to, I don't know, I don't want to say fool around, but he likes to play, and his hobby is computer stuff. Well, one of the things that he does is he likes to do like computer graphics and computer drawing, 3D art. So he had asked me if he could make me a logo for my Summer's Tips and Stitches. And I said, hey, you know what? I think that'd be a really great idea. Let's see what you come up with. And so we sat down together and we came up with, I think he called it something, a mock-up. And so then after we had our little design, I wanted to find a bag to put it on because I wanted to have a craft bag. Now I'm going to quick bend over and pick this up, so just a minute. Okay, so I wanted to have a craft bag because or a project bag. So I looked through a bunch of sites and I'm a little disappointed, not 100% thrilled, because the one I found came in the mail looking a bit different than what it was online. But it still is awesome, and it was, I'm going to be honest, a little on the spendy side. So I think I'm going to use one of these bags as my giveaway. I'm going to keep one for myself and maybe go back to the drawing board, try to find a better company that we can put my logo that my husband came up with on and find a nicer bag. So here it is. I'm so excited. My Happy Crafter bag. Because at the end of my videos, as you say, I say Happy Crafting. And so we came up with Happy Crafter. And then because my name is Summer, which I'm sure is going to shock you, I have a sun. I really do love the sun logo. My bathroom upstairs is decorated with suns. I even have a sun tattoo. So it says Happy Crafter. And initially I thought the bag was whiter, but it's not. It's more of a oatmeal-y, good old brownish canvas tote. It does have a zipper, so I really did like that. That's something I really wanted. I wanted to be able to have a bag that had a zipper. The straps are sewn on double, and they are like tucked into the seam, so I think that they'll be firm. And then the bottom of the bag is, flat. So it's not a horrible bag by any means. It's just not exactly what I wanted. Because if you can see in this little picture here, I thought it was going to be whiter. But, and like I said, this bag costs $20. And I feel like if I'm going to buy a bag and it's $20, I want some glitter or stones on it or something. Or I don't just want a canvas tote. So, I don't know. It's cute. But one lucky subscriber is going to get this bag. Yep. I'm pretty excited. And then I got one for myself. So we'll see later down the road if I can find a good website to order from, maybe order more. I don't know how I want to work that, because I know that a few of the people in my family said they'd buy it, they wanted a bag. But I don't want to be like ordering 200 of these bags and having them sit around and then nobody want them. And then 40, 50 years from now, my kids are like, why does mom have all these Happy Crafter bags in the basement? So, I don't know. We'll see. But this is round one. I really love it. And, yeah. I think that'll be great. So this is what I was most excited about. So now I'm going to end this wonderful video where I talk about everything that I got from the Lost Sheep and my beautiful bag. And then I'm going to record my official 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And that is where I'll outline what I have for prizes. And then the grand prize, or the first winner, or the whatever you want to first giveaway, will be a bunch of yarn and this bag. Hooray! Okay. I also wanted real quick to hold up this business card. This is another yarn shop in Wisconsin that I've been to, but I did not go to yesterday. Let's see. This is called Magpies Cottage. And this is in Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin. So if you are in Wisconsin and you live anywhere near the Sheboygan or Sheboygan Falls area, kind of didn't know that they were different, or that they check out these. Ooh, does that work? Does it zoom? I don't know. Check out these yarn shops. Yeah. So yeah, I will include some information in the description about these yarn shops. I feel like there was another one in Fond du Lac. that I've been to before, and I'll put that in the description also. So if you're someone that's going to be driving through Wisconsin, going up to Door County for a summer trip or a fall trip, you can hit up, because I know a lot of folks from Illinois do that, because I used to live in Door County. I'll have some links to some yarn shops that you can possibly like, go up through Sheboygan on your way up to Door County rather than taking 43. Alrighty, well that is what I have for this video. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and until then, happy crafting!